Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Tonight, the Champions League action continues as we have the second leg of the quarter-final stage. Barcelona welcome PSG, where Barcelona will be hoping to hold on to a 3-2 lead. PSG hoping to pull off a mini remontada. Should be a good one tonight. And hopefully we are tracked to a brilliant game. Hopefully I can provide a brilliant stream. And Ryan Tune, the first in chat. Good to see you with a classic high full stop. Great to see you, Ryan. But hopefully everything runs smoothly tonight. And hopefully we get a game that was as good as that first leg. Because if I take your mind back to a week ago, or 6 days ago actually, we were tracked to a phenomenal match at the Parc des Princes. We had goals galore. It was a 5-goal thriller in that game. And hopefully this game could sort of build on that. I want to see a game where both sides are fighting for it. We had a start where Barcelona were the much better side in the first half. Well, to be fair, it's quite even in the first half. Barcelona, obviously, I would say marginally better. PSG, though, came out in the second half stronger, so Barcelona led at the break. PSG came out in the second half stronger, got those 2 goals early in the second half. It looked like PSG might take it from there, but then the changes came again. PSG made themselves the break, they managed to take advantage of that. But Barcelona, after those 2 goals from PSG, made their changes, and suddenly they were right back in the game. So it could come down to stuff like that again tonight. Will it come down to changes? Well, you know, if Barcelona get a couple in the first half, is it game over then? But a lot is going to happen tonight. We learnt from last week that everything can change very quickly, so I think we could see that again this evening. Again, if PSG, though, on the flip side, if PSG score early in today's game, then suddenly we're level, and we're looking towards that extra time penalties, obviously with a lot of football to play. But this game is going to be interesting for the full 90 today. I don't really see a way that Barcelona are leading 2-0 or 3-0 at the half time. I don't think they're going to be up like 5-2, 6-2 inaccurate, anything like that. So I think it's going to be a tight one today. I feel Barcelona will try and set up a little bit more defensively, a little more cautiously, especially in the opening encounters. Perhaps as the game goes on, they'll open up a bit more. They'll start to play football a bit more if they need to. But they'll try and just shut PSG down in the early stages, maybe get a goal against them in a play, and then see out the game from there. Ryan Cheese is brilliant, and I'm brilliant, Ryan. I love Champions League football. I love a night like this evening where we've got 2 huge Champions League ties. Obviously, again, the same tomorrow night. But tonight, PSG versus Barcelona versus PSG. We've also got Atletico Madrid travelling away to Borussia Dortmund. That's going to be a really interesting tie. I feel like Atleti are probably the favourites in that one, and obviously they've got that 2-1 advantage. I just think they're a slightly better team than Dortmund right now. I think Terzic's Dortmund side is a little bit all over the place. So for me, Atleti are favourites there. In terms of tonight's game, I can't really call a favourite. I think Barcelona's lead on aggregate gives them a good advantage, but I don't think that exactly makes them favourites. We've got 10 minutes to kick off, so let's have a look at the lineups for this evening's game. It's not too dissimilar to the first leg, but we will run through them regardless. We are, of course, at the Camp Nou this evening, and the Barcelona team is as follows. In between 6, it's Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the captain. You would expect no less. He pulled off some fantastic saves in the first leg to keep them in the match. In the back 4, Koundé, Araujo, Kubasi and João Cancelo. That back 2 partnership, the centre-half partnership of Kubasi and Ronald Araujo, they were phenomenal in the PSG game. They kept Mbappe quiet for the full 90 minutes. And I know they still conceded 2 goals, but they were still brilliant throughout. The amount of blocks they managed to get in, the amount of huge tackles and interceptions, I thought those 2 have formed a massive, incredible partnership this season. They were really good in that game. In midfield 3, we see the return of Pedri to the starting lineup alongside Frenkie de Jong and Ilkay Gundogan. That's a very changed midfield 3. We had Sergio Roberto in there last time for Barcelona, so I think that's slightly stronger. De Jong will sit at the pivot of that midfield, and Gundogan and Pedri will then dictate the tempo and be those more creative attacking players. And then the front 3, Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, how old is he now? 16-year-old, still sensation. On the left-hand side, Rafinha, the hero from last week, scoring a brace, and leading the line, Robert Lewandowski. Didn't look great, to be honest, in the first leg, but he's the kind of player, given his experience, given his ability, that could definitely make the difference tonight. As for PSG, it's the same 4-3-3, but it looks slightly different in terms of the players, and they have rotated a little bit from last week. In goal, I've absolutely butchered that, but Luigi Donnarumma retained his spot despite a difficult game in that first leg. He made a couple errors, just a little bit all over the place, I'll be honest, in that match. In the back four, Hakimi and Nuno Mendes are the fullbacks. They line up together for only the second time this season. The only other time they played together was in the Coupe de France. And the back three partnership, Hernandez and captain Marquinhos. Beraldo, I think, understandably benched. He really struggled in that first leg. I think could have been booked twice at least in that game. He didn't even get yellow to the 70th minute. He definitely could have had more by then. In the midfield three, Warren Zaire-Emery returns to a starting role. I think he's a really good player, Zaire-Emery, and he's alongside Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz. And then the front line, Ousmane Dembélé, Bradley Barcola, and Kylian Mbappe. I think that's an interesting change. Barcola definitely looked more exciting than Marco Asensio when he came off the bench, but will he have that same desired impact from the start? Well, that remains to be seen. I'm not sure whether it was just that he came on against a tiring Barcelona and is a very quick player. Maybe that's why he looks so dangerous. I do think he's a good footballer, though. So I feel he could definitely have a much better impact from the off than Asensio did. Asensio was not even there, really. Didn't seem present in that first leg. But yeah, it's going to be a really interesting night of Champions League action this evening. I feel that as strong as Barcelona are, PSG still pack a big punch, and while Mbappe was quiet in that first leg, I really could see PSG coming back tonight. I just feel they will. And to be honest, if Atletico Madrid get through in the other game, I'd rather see PSG, just so it's not all La Liga. But obviously if Dortmund get through, then I don't mind. But I do think Atleti are the favourites. That's probably the easier game to predict. So I'll give a prediction for that now. Atleti, the thing is, traditionally they would set up really defensively, but I think they might go for a goal tonight. So I'll say 1-1 Atletico versus Dortmund. To be fair, if Dortmund score first, Atleti will need to level up. So I'll go for that way around. Dortmund will score early through Jadon Sancho. And obviously everyone will be going, oh, United have made a mistake. Or will they? And then I think at the end, I think by the end, Atleti will get a goal back, so they win the tie. And that will be Antoine Griezmann. I think he just packs a lot of danger. He's a very dangerous player, no matter the circumstance, and he's been incredible this season for Atletico. So he's who I back to get a goal in tonight's game. I think Atleti will see that one through with relative ease. I don't think that'll be too difficult, but I guess we'll see. As for Barcelona versus PSG, I think this is a very, very difficult game to call. I think that Barcelona were very good in the first leg at times, but there was that passage where PSG were the better side after the subs, and Barca had to make changes again to reinstate a bit of control in the game. So I really don't know. A lot of it's going to come down to game management. Who starts this game stronger? If PSG come out the blocks quickly, then they could easily get 2 or 3-0 up, and Barca won't. I don't think they'll make changes in the first half. So that's definitely an option. Again, though, if it was Barca that come out strong, then PSG could be out of this game by half time. Both these defences weren't brilliant, weren't perfect last time out, especially the PSG defence. I think Donnarumma really struggled. I thought Beraldo was a car crash, which, I'm not surprised to see him drop this evening. But yeah, Hakimi also adds an X factor, I think, for me. PSG didn't really get much service to Kylian Mbappe, but with Hakimi in there, you've got someone who can provide Mbappe with a little bit of service. So I feel they do have a bit more dynamism in attack tonight. And that says not covering Saints versus Preston, Jack. I'm disappointed. Sorry, Nick Nack. Just wasn't the sort of... I don't know. It's really umming and ahhing between the two. I think Southampton Preston will be a brilliant game. But I've wobbled a lot and not exactly got to a prediction. I think that says it all about how difficult it is to predict this evening's game. Both sides are very strong. It very much depends on which version of the sides turn up, which version of the managers, who gets it right on the evening. But given his experience, I think Enrique will get it right. And given the fact he has Kylian Mbappe up front, I think Enrique will get it right. I will say 2-1 PSG. So we go to extra time. And I think on penalties, PSG will win it. And it will be an Mbappe brace and a João Felix goal. So it'll be 2 goals for PSG in the first half, go into the break, 4-3 PSG on aggregate, and then Barca will level it up, but eventually I think PSG will win on penalties. That's my prediction. Chelsea fan says, big up Jack, I'm still buzzing for last night. And as Nick Nack says, hi Chelsea fan, hope you enjoyed last night. Brilliant game last night. Not that I want to talk too much about Chelsea this evening. That's focus on the Champions League, but for a moment, Chelsea, phenomenal. Cole Palmer is the best player in the world. There we go. There's my totally unbiased analysis of how good Cole Palmer is. But yeah, I think we'll be in for a treat this evening. And at least if this game doesn't deliver, we can just change the channel and watch Atleti Dortmund, because that is sure to deliver. If Atleti start scoring goals, then I think they could get a few this evening. If they go defensive, it could get feisty. So I think we're in for a good game this evening. I think we really are. So, yeah, I mean, this Champions League quarterfinals are absolutely delivering. I think the round of 16 was very boring this year, but that has set up a really strong quarterfinal stage. And I think that these quarterfinals and what will become the semi-finals and final may well be a lovely big grand send-off for this Swiss model of the Champions League before we go to the 36-team model. So yeah, I've loved this Champions League campaign so far, and we are still got loads of games to cover. So very exciting times, but we are getting close to the end now. The business end of the Champions League. This is where the big players make the big difference in the big games, and hopefully, for one of these sides, someone will need to step up this evening and make a difference. PSG will need Mbappe to step up. He wasn't good enough in the first leg. They need a performance from him this evening. Barcelona are going to need the defenders to play exactly as they did in the first leg. Keep Kylian Mbappe quiet and see them into a Champions League semi-final for the first time since, I want to say, 2019, I think. I think that was the last time when they lost to a corner taken quickly by Divock Origi. Not to buy Divock Origi, but then hit Divock Origi in the box. But I believe that was the last time. But yes. Nick now says Barcelona 2. Sorry, Chelsea fan says Barcelona 2-1. I like it. I'm back. I'm going the other way tonight. I'm going PSG. But I don't mind a Barcelona prediction. I think they are a very strong team. So yeah, I could definitely see this game going either way. And yeah, hopefully, all I'm hoping is that we're tracked to a good match, a good contest. Both sides going for the game, fighting for the game. Could get feisty tonight. These sides have a bit of previous against each other, and there's a couple international teammates, a bit of feistiness would be nice for this evening's game. And yeah, could be in for an absolute treat. But both sets of players making their way out of the tunnel now onto the hallowed turf of the Camp Nou, where one of these sides will be progressing to the Champions League semi-finals, where they'll face either Atletico Madrid or Borussia Dortmund. Favourable tie for either of these sides, so very good chance that the winner of tonight's game makes the Champions League final, and I think that will be playing on the minds of all players, not to discredit Atletico Madrid, because I think that would be a very difficult game, or Borussia Dortmund, which would be a difficult game as well, but realistically, whoever wins this evening should get to a Champions League final. That's the expectation for these two sides, and that's why this game is so important. But we are about to get underway for this evening's clash. Barcelona and PSG. I'm just hoping it's a good game. I hope it doesn't disappoint. If we get a 0-0 here tonight, I will be very upset. But yeah. Should we get this evening? I love the Champions League as well, how they just make everything glamorous for the evening. Champions League, you can't get anything better than a Champions League night, can you? And the PSG Ultras in that Barcelona away end tonight, they need to make their voice heard. They need to be cheering on those PSG players to victory this evening. A game where they are up against it. They've got to overturn a 3-2 loss, in the first leg. I think they'll feel quite annoyed that quite glad there's no away goal rule anymore. If not, their task could be even more difficult this evening. But still, Barcelona looking very strong. Pau Cubarsí and Ronald Araujo, tough job on their hands this evening. They did well with it last week, but can they find that same level and keep Kylian Mbappe quiet again? And then Rafinha, the star player of last week, unexpectedly so. I don't think many people expected Rafinha to be the player that took the game by the scruff of the neck again. If he could do that tonight, that could be huge for Barcelona. But we are soon underway here. The captains will now head to the referee in order to do the coin toss as we prepare for this evening's match. Referee for tonight hails from Romania. It's Istvan Kovacs. And I don't recognise any of the assistant referees or VAR officials, which is usually a good sign. If I recognise them, it's because I know them for something bad. I have seen this ref before, but I don't have any distinct memories, which is, again, probably a good sign. But yeah, should be a good one this evening. I think the thing is, tonight excites me so much. We've got 2 brilliant matches, and yet it only gets better tomorrow. Real Madrid versus Manchester City, Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. 4 heavyweights there across 2 Champions League quarterfinals play against each other in the Champions League semi-finals. Champions League's delivered this year. I think the ties have been incredible so far. I am slightly worried the final might not be as brilliant, but the ties so far have been incredible. Both players engaging in huddles before tonight's game. The last chance for war cries, tactical instructions, and messages of strength and support. For Barcelona, it'd be a sign of progress after what's been a difficult few years for the club to reach the Champions League semi-finals again. For PSG, we're sign they're heading in the right direction. They've consistently not reached their targets before. This is a chance to finally lay their hands on Champions League glory. And with PSG to get us started today. Kylian Mbappe from the centre. Once Kovacs is happy, he blows whistle and we are underway. Mbappe knocks it back and PSG get us started in this crucial Champions League decider. Ball goes up in the air and it's Koundé that brings it down, and Nuno Mendes there sees it out of play despite pressure from Lamine Yamal. Joseph Van asks, what games are you doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, we will be covering Real Madrid versus Manchester City at the Etihad. Hopefully, it is as good a game as it was in the first leg again. First legs were brilliant last week. Hopefully, the second legs live up to the billing. Mendes. Now Lucas Hernandez. Donnarumma. Across to Marquinhos. Marquinhos gives it into Hakimi. His ball forward is cut out, but it will find its way to Kylian Mbappe. And that ball inside, though, not very good from Marquinhos, who'd driven up into a high position with the ball. Araujo. Now Frenkie de Jong. Pirouetting on the spot. But isn't fazed by pressure there. Lewandowski holds the ball up, but is dispossessed. And now that ball goes through. Mbappe's got a chance. Bit clumsy from Kubasi, but I think he's got away with that one. He seemed to get caught out there by Mbappe's bursting run. You had to use his arm a little bit there just to nudge the Frenchman down. And there were some questions, but waved away by the referee. Ronald Araujo, that's not a great ball. And it's back in possession of PSG. That is a poor ball again. Marquinhos driving very high up the field tonight. Here's Warren Zaire-Emery. Links up well with Mbappe. Zaire-Emery trying to pick out a teammate, but it's not going to find its way through. And that looked like it had gone out of play there, but it is still in play. Cancelo keeping it on, playing it down the line. Lewandowski unable to keep that on the field, though. Feisty start to today's game, though. It was Lucas Hernandez, just a strong push on Robert Lewandowski, and this was the one, barely anything in it. Kubasi on Mbappe. And that was a bit softened in Mendes. The ball comes through. I didn't see who played it because we cut back from a replay. But the ball goes to Nuno Mendes. And Araujo, you can see Araujo coming across and he seems to back out of it, Nuno Mendes. And Araujo just knocks out of play. Vitinha. Now Marquinhos. Here is Warren Zaire-Emery. Vitinha, Hernandez. It also seems, by the way, that Ousmane Dembélé is making the width and then Hakimi is playing in the half space, which is quite an interesting choice from Enrique's side. I expect to see the fullback overlapping and the winger will play in the half space, but yeah, interesting choice from Enrique. Here's Fabian. Now Barcola. Finds Fabian again. He's trying to put one in the box. Cuts it back to the edge. Blocked by Frenkie de Jong. Here's Vitinha. Blocked again by de Jong. And now Lewandowski will look to play out. Gives it to Gundogan, but he loses the ball. And so as of advantage, that'll be pulled back for a foul on Robert Lewandowski. It does feel like PSG are being drawn a bit too much into fouls this evening. Already that's twice that I think Robert Lewandowski holding up the ball has been fouled. And those PSG players already got a few players on a caution, which would mean if they were to be booked this evening, they would miss the next game. And but not fazed by the prospect of picking up another yellow card. Araujo goes back to his goalkeeper, and now Ter Stegen will look to play out. Pedri. Kubasi. Here is Joao Cancelo. Pau Kubasi now. Ter Stegen. And it's brought down by Lewandowski. Frenkie de Jong. Araujo. And it's picked off well by PSG, but it's recovered by Frenkie de Jong back to his goalkeeper, who will clear it long. Lewandowski holds it up again and is brought down again. But it's not given as a foul, and PSG will look to bring it forwards here. Pedri takes it off Fabian. PSG's lose possession once again. Here's Araujo. Neither side really able to get a stranglehold on this game yet. We've not had a shot. The ball has all been in Barcelona's half. It's either been them possessing it or them playing up to Lewandowski, who gets shrugged off the ball. So yeah, not a lot has happened so far. Game quite a messy one, quite a feisty contest. Nice able just to get their foot on the ball and play some football. But here is Araujo. Now Lewandowski. Lewandowski plays it towards Lamine Yamal. This is Yamal's chance to take on Nuno Mendes for the first time tonight. Comes inside, hits it straight at Gundogan there. Poor delivery from Lamine Yamal. Hakimi finds Kylian Mbappe. Slows it down, Mbappe, but now he wants to take on Pau Kubasi. Goes right, goes left, forced back by the Spanish 17-year-old centre-half. Marquinhos. Lucas Hernandez. Barcola holds it in a wide area before going back to Nuno Mendes. Now it's with Lucas Hernandez. Marquinhos out wide with Ousmane Dembélé. The timing of the run is so poor there. Warren Zaire-Emery and Kylian Mbappe both make a bursting run, but they just go offside way too early there. Fabian tries to cut onto his strong foot for a shot. Doesn't come off. Hakimi gives it to Zaire-Emery. Dembélé gets in the way and takes the ball off him. Now it's out for a corner. Not exactly sure what he's doing there, Dembélé, but fair enough. Just got in Zaire-Emery's way and then took the ball off him. But yeah. 6 minutes played here. I have to say, not a lot's happened. Still not had a shot. There's a little bit of scrapping in the box now. But yeah. I don't know if he's going to split this up because Cancelo complaining about Fabian trying to commit a foul on the goalkeeper there. Bit of a 50-50 really. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Ball in from Dembélé, head away by Lewandowski, and out for a PSG throw. But nothing so far in the other game tonight as well. As always, I'll keep tabs on that. Should be an interesting one to see whether Dortmund can overturn that game, whether Atleti can use their dark arts to hold on. Vitinha. Fabian, Vitinha, now Nuno Mendes. Bradley Barcola. Wants to take on Jules Koundé. Runs out of space though. Koundé sees him to the touchline well. Mendes, Mbappe. Mbappe bursts past Yamal and then it's hit straight at Koundé, who stands his ground well. Again, still no shots registered yet for either side. And Lewandowski needs to go in the gym because he's getting muscled off everything at the moment. He's trying to hold the ball up for Barcelona and bring others into the play, but he's just getting shouldered off of it by the centre-halves. And there, Dembélé wants to run at Joao Cancelo. He just stands his ground. And, doesn't dive in. Stands him up. And it's a good job from Joao Cancelo. Zaire-Emery. Now Lucas Hernandez. Nuno Mendes. Zaire-Emery. Now Hernandez to Marquinhos. Dembélé. Hakimi, Dembélé. And that is poor. I'm not exactly sure what's happened there. He seemed to get the ball trapped between his feet. He's not playing with confidence tonight, perhaps because he's back at the Camp Nou and he's getting a bit of stick, and that's not going to help him at all. Trying to do a step over and falling over the ball is not exactly how you want your return to your former side to go. Frenkie de Jong. Trying to exchange passes, Barcelona, but they're a little bit trapped. And then that is a foul on Vitinha from Frenkie de Jong. A little bit too desperate to get the ball back. And he did commit a foul in there, the Dutchman. But yeah, neither side really getting anything going as of yet. But I don't think Barcelona will be too annoyed by that. They'll be more than happy just to sit and wait this game out. But I don't think they're going to have it that easy. Hakimi goes long looking for Kylian Mbappe. And that's really good defending from Araujo. Sticks close to him and knocks out a play for a PSG throw. Brilliant job from the Uruguayan. Here's Hakimi, Dembélé, Mbappe. Mbappe just seems to be playing about 5 different positions. You have no idea where he's playing, but he's not really doing anything effective. Barcola. And Barcola's run himself into trouble there, and now he's twisting and turning in the box, perhaps looking for a foul. Vitinha, Zaire-Emery, Hakimi, Zaire-Emery, back to Nuno Mendes now. Mendes down the line. That's a shocking pass. Not crisp so far for PSG. They need to wake up in this game. Poor pass there towards Fabian, but nice footwork from Barcola. Didn't really go anywhere though. And PSG won at heart of the field there, but it didn't really result in anything. Seems to be another throw-in for PSG. I think it might have been a foul throw from Barcelona, which at this level is tragic. Nuno Mendes. Here's Lucas Hernandez. Nuno Mendes. And it's on back by Lamine Yamal. Ilkay Gundogan. Now, Frenkie de Jong. Luke de Jong. Jesus Christ. Going back to PSV Eindhoven. But no, Frenkie de Jong. He's on the ball again here, Frenkie. And Zaire-Emery, muscling him down. It's deemed that he's used too much aggression there. And that'll be a Barcelona ball. Rafinha drops centrally to receive the pass. Gundogan, Yamal. Now back to Jules Koundé. Araujo. Trying to pick out a pass. Goes out wide to Lamine Yamal. And he will just touch that down with his head. Takes on Nuno Mendes here. Gets around him. Ball into the box. And it's there. I think it might have been an own goal. But Barcelona will not care. I think that came off Rafinha. Barcelona 1. Paris Saint-Germain 0. What a start for Barcelona, who make their advantage 4-2 on aggregate. 1-0 on the night. And I'm not sure who got the final touch in there. But I can tell you one thing for certain. They will not be happy to have conceded like that, PSG. Way too easy. Down the right-hand side, Lamine Yamal flashes a ball across the box. And it's in the back of the net. Poor from PSG. And they're down by a goal to 0. I mean, that is the worst possible start for PSG. 12 minutes into this game. I think it was Rafinha there. I don't think it was an own goal. Have to see again, but Lamine Yamal just drove past Nuno Mendes, plays it inside, and I'm not sure he got the final touch in there. The angle's still not conclusive. I think it was Rafinha. I think that will go down as a Rafinha goal, but either way, created wonderfully by Lamine Yamal, finished by either Rafinha or an own goal from Hakimi. Barcelona 1, PSG 0. And PSG will be keen to turn this around as quickly as possible. But yeah. I mean, we spoke about whether the remontada could be on tonight for PSG. Well, now they have a mountain to climb. Barcelona 4-2 up on aggregate now. And well, given their performance tonight and in the first leg, I'd be inclined to believe they'll see this game out now. But here come PSG. Ousmane Dembélé. That's a poor touch again. And I think he's struggling tonight with the atmosphere, with the animosity from the crowd. He gets another jeer there as he runs himself off the end of the pitch. And PSG here, with a Barcelona former player on one side, the manager being an ex-Barcelona player, getting undone there by their former side. Way too easy for Lamine Yamal, a brilliant player undoubtedly, but Nuno Mendes has to follow him much more closely there. And now he is following him, and well, he's gone down a little bit softly there, Lamine Yamal, and PSG coming forwards. Vitinha pokes it to Barcola. He wants to take players on now, Bradley Barcola. He knocks it past Koundé, tries to run around him, but that's not going to work out there. Not enough space, really, to make that happen. For PSG, it's just been a bit blunt in attack. They're not penetrating that Barcelona back line often enough. They're not getting in on goal. For Barcelona, they've had one chance. They've sat so deep, and they are just waiting for PSG to come onto them to press them high, and then they play out from that. They bait the press, they play out. We see that with their goal. Lamine Yamal finds a pocket of space on the right-hand side, bursts past Nuno Mendes, and plays a ball across the box. And Barcelona leading 1-0 now. Good start. I mean, perfect start, really. PSG with a lot of work to do if they want to progress now. Lucas Hernandez plays it out wide. Bradley Barcola reverses it to Fabian. And he's got teammates in the box, but Pedri comes across and deals with him well. Fabian wins it back. Araujo sends him to the ground. Again, the referee waves away complaints of a foul. And Yamal trying to come down the right-hand side. Well, knocked out of play by Bradley Barcola. Harry, welcome to the stream, saying, come on, Barca. Our first Barcelona fan of the evening. But yeah, Araujo does use a lot of physicality there. I don't think he oversteps the mark, though. Another good call from the referee. He's had a good game so far, because PSG have been throwing themselves to the floor a bit. Lewandowski goes down there, and that is over-aggressive from Vitinha. But yeah, still nothing in the other tie this evening. Still 0-0 by a brief look at the stats. Dortmund unsurprisingly dominating possession. Atleti will probably be playing a low block, all sat in their goal line by now. But Atleti with a higher XG, which is, as I say, exactly what you expect, really. Atleti, when they do get opportunities, when they do break you down, or you just attack too hard and they hit on the counter, they do create high XG chances. Why they've been so good this season. But here come PSG, and they've got a bit of an overload on this left-hand side if they can make it work between them. Vitinha, Barcola overlapping with Fabian, ball into the box, and it's headed out of play, and that will be a corner to Paris Saint-Germain. And well, if Nick Nat's still watching, he'll be very happy to know that Southampton are 1-0 up against Preston. Ball into the box now, and it's headed over the bar by Kylian Mbappe. He failed to have much of an impact in the first leg, and his first touch in the second leg, leaving a lot to be desired. Going up to the stream, adopting Ryan Tune's classic high full stop. Brilliant and you as well. Love it, Gary. But good to see you, mate. Glad you can join us for this evening's game. Barcelona with the ball is Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Pedri goes to Pau Kubasi. Now moves it out wide. Rafinha. Joao Cancelo. Back now with Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He gives it to Araujo. Araujo just carrying up the field. Plays it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski with an awful pass out wide. He's really struggled this evening, Robert Lewandowski. I mean, there again, a poor ball out wide. He hasn't really had much of an impact. And similarly to the first leg, the play, I get what he's doing. He's facilitating the play, but a lot of the play just is around him. If you look at that first goal, he wasn't involved at all. It was Lamine Yamal down the right-hand side, cutting it back to Rafinha. That's the sort of area that Robert Lewandowski should be. But I guess by dropping in, he creates a space for others to burst into. But, yeah. PSG ball inside. Vitinha Turns nicely, plays it down the line. Ousmane Dembélé lets it run across his body, but Pau Kubasi with a strong challenge. He seems to have hurt himself in that one, Kubasi, but that was a wonderful effort. Wonderful tackle from the youngster. Dembélé struggling tonight, really struggling tonight. There's animosity in the air at his return. And while he's not had much of an impact, and there, on the end of a crunching challenge from a 17-year-old, Pau Kubasi. Guys, I feel like this tired side already with Barcelona's opening goal. I have to say, I somewhat agree with you. I said 2-1 Paris Saint-Germain as my prediction. I think I was a bit more optimistic than realistic. PSG just haven't offered much of a threat tonight. Their best player is probably Bradley Barcola. He's a youngster who you wouldn't really consider one of their stronger players. But here come Barcelona again. Rafinha plays it towards Ilkay Gundogan, and it's messy, but PSG do just about deal with it, and it's out for a Barcelona throw-in. And again, well-worked football from Barcelona. It's what PSG just don't have this, at all. PSG don't seem to have a defined game plan, how you move the ball from A to B, how you break a team like Barcelona down, how you build up. Where are the build-up patterns? PSG just don't look organised or functional. No idea what's happening now. The ref is waving his arms around and blowing whistles. I think he wants the PSG thrower to go a little further back. Well, that took an awfully long time, and they still lost the ball. Rafinha. Frankie de Jong. Back to Rafinha. Brilliant ball from de Jong. Rafinha loops one in. It's cleared away. Lewandowski! And what a miss. I thought it might have been saved. But wow, huge chance for Barcelona to put themselves 2 goals ahead on the night, 3 ahead on aggregate. Wonderfully worked down this right-hand side. Rafinha with a tempting ball in the box, cleared away by Nuno Mendes, falls to Robert Lewandowski, and he fires it over. Huge chance goes begging for FC Barcelona. Whiskers away from a 5-2 lead on aggregate. PSG sinking without a trace in this tie. They've got to get back in this. I think Enrique's got to look at his bench already. They're not in this game, Paris Saint-Germain. And if they don't wake up soon, there won't be any time to salvage it. Especially if they keep conceding chances in the way they are. Nuno Mendes coming forwards now. Looking to try and change the tide in this game. Nuno Mendes. And he tries to play it back to Barcola, but it's Lamine Yamal who gets in front of it, and it's out of play for a throw-in. Want to miss Barcelona, says Chelsea fan. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Also, welcome to the stream. Ashinta Kiranea Putri. I hope I pronounced your name correctly there. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, I don't understand what you're saying, but welcome regardless. Hope you're enjoying tonight's stream. Warren Zaire Emery. Hakimi plays it forward. Kubasi wins it in the air. Gundogan plays it forward again, but it's a header from Lucas Hernandez, who gets the ball away. Now here come Barcelona. Joao Cancelo won back by Barcelona. Zaire Emery. And now Gianluigi Donnarumma. And it's again, gives it to Nuno Mendes. He's just stuck in the corner, and Lamine Yamal puts in a tackle. And it comes off Yamal and out for a PSG throw. But again, PSG just aren't going anywhere at the moment. Yeah, it definitely was a PSG throw, but a little bit of contention there as to which way it should have gone. But I do agree with their verdict. Nuno Mendes. Looking around for an option to throw this to. And he goes back to Lucas Hernandez, and then Robert Lewandowski comes in with some force, and that will be given as a foul. Hernandez. Nasser Al-Khalifi watching on. A look of nerve in his eye. Understandably so. They've not been on top of Barcelona yet, PSG. Struggling so far. Here is Donnarumma. And that ball going long. Flicked on, and Jules Koundé, now Fabian, Zaire Emery. Holds on to it well, tries to dispense it left, but here come Barcelona on the reverse. Ball over the top, looking for Vitinha. Out of play, though, for a PSG throw. Gary says, anyway, can't hang around for this match. Enjoy the match, fellas. Catch you next stream. Well, we're live again tomorrow, Gary. So if you are around, Man City versus Real Madrid will be the focus of our attention tomorrow night. If not, join us this weekend for the FA Cup semi-finals. It is Chelsea versus Manchester City on Saturday. So yeah, a lot of exciting games coming up this week. We're getting to the business end of the season. And I'm very excited for what we're covering across both channels. Should be a brilliant end to this campaign. Robert Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal flicks it on, but that is no real direction to that header. Here come PSG, Nuno Mendes. Mbappe holds it up well, now turns, finds Barcola out in a wide space. He's bringing that ball forward, Bradley Barcola. Takes it past Pedri, tries to cross it. Comes off Jules Koundé out for a PSG corner. 25 minutes played then here. Chat, feel free to give your verdict in the live chat. Give your thoughts on this first 45 minutes. I felt, well, obviously Xavi will be the happier of the two managers with the goal going the way of Barcelona. Other than that, not a whole lot of chances for Barcelona. I think PSG have had more of the ball, have come forward a bit more, but they've not been the better team because they can't really create anything that clear-cut, that defined. And when Barcelona do get the ball, they look more dangerous. They look more potent, as proof of the fact they're 1-0 up in this game. So, for me, PSG struggling at the moment to make anything happen in its attacking areas especially. Stegen goes long and, well, it's a bit messy by Hakimi, but they do hold on to the ball, PSG. My point proven, by the way, by the possession so far, 59% to 41% in favour of Paris Saint-Germain. Barcelona, the definitive better side in this match, but I mean that from the scoreline, but PSG have had more of the ball, have come forward more often. It's just they're not creating many chances, if any. And definitely none that are clear cut. Kylian Mbappe. Ball into the box, headed away by Ronald Araujo. It's hacked or clear by Pedri. It's a bit messy with how they deal with it, and PSG do hold on to the ball, regain possession. Ball goes in for Nuno Mendes. It then comes off Koundé, hits him again, and that's out for a Barcelona corner. Long way back for PSG, says Harry in chat. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 4-2 now. They've got to find 2 goals in the second half. That's without, well, they've still got 20 minutes in this half, but it just doesn't seem realistic they're going to score. And of course, that's all without Barcelona scoring again. Could need a 45-minute remontada at this rate. Just one says, Barcelona have been the better team. Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. 2-0 Southampton as well. Nick Nack's going to be buzzing right now. Lucas Hernandez. Vitinha. Plays it into Ousmane Dembélé. Has Hakimi overlapping and he strikes one instead. It's blocked by Joao Cancelo. And that's out of play. Rafinha chased to try and get it, but that will be a PSG throw. Sorry. Harry says, Barca win the whole thing. Come on, you blue and reds. I can't see it myself. I think if they meet Atleti in the semi-finals, that is a very difficult game. Because while Barcelona are a good side, I think Atleti are better set up, better prepared for an event. I mean, a game such as the Champions League semi-finals. I think that, you know, in Diego Simeone, they've got a manager who is better. And that was a huge chance. While I was talking there, PSG were coming forward. Bradley Barcola on the left-hand side cuts it back to Mbappe. And he really should have scored. He really should have scored. They're going to take the corner quickly here, PSG, looking to catch Barcelona out and then take an absolute age about putting the ball in the box. But they do now get it in the box. Headed up in the air by Ronald Araujo. Mbappe headed off the line by Jules Koundé. 2 big chances go begging for PSG. Barcelona live to fight on. They're coming forwards now. Rafinha blocked by Hakimi. Had a play for a throw. And I don't think they're going to take too long about this. But we are going to see a replay regardless. As Barcola on this left-hand side, he drills one to the oncoming Mbappe, and he gets a shot away on target, but it's not enough. And then, yeah, coming off the back of Araujo, Mbappe header on target. Jules Koundé jumping in front of it. Great defending from Barcelona. PSG, though, 2 quite clear-cut opportunities there. Not quite converting them into goals though. Koundé. Goes back to Stegen. Now Pau Kubasi. Pedri. Back to Ronald Araujo. Then Araujo and De Jong exchanging passes. Nuno Mendes jumps on a loose ball there. Here's Barcola in on goal. Araujo brings him down and referee has a decision to make here. Ronald Araujo is off. Ronald Araujo is gone. He brings down Barcola in on goal, and that is a huge turning point in this game. A red card for FC Barcelona. Ronald Araujo bringing down Barcola, a clear denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. And that is a huge moment in this game. I don't think it will be a penalty. VAR will check this. I think for me that's a stonewall red card. He's outside the box though. Really silly defending from Ronald Araujo. As soon as you put your arm on the back of Barcola, that was always going to be a red card. I think the fortune for Barcelona is that he does it outside the box. So unless VAR does intervene here, that should... Well, that will be the end of Ronald Araujo's night. That will also... Even if Barcelona do get through this evening, if Barcelona do get through, that will be Ronald Araujo out for the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals. That was really poor defending from Ronald Araujo. And I think VAR has made its decision. There doesn't seem to be any indication that VAR hasn't made its decision. So that will be a red card for Ronald Araujo. Wow. Huge moment. A straight red card. Araujo just refusing to leave the field, and the referee having to escort him off at this rate because he just won't go. He just won't leave. No idea why. He's persisting that isn't a red card, but I don't know what he's seeking to achieve. And he's furious about it, but I can't see why. It was stupid defending from the Uruguayan. It was reckless, and it was only going to result in one thing. A straight red card. And you know what? He's fortunate that's just outside the box. That easily could have been a penalty if it was a second later. Even half a second later. He's still got some words for the UEFA official here. But I don't think he's going to get anything from it. So PSG with an immediate chance to punish that silly challenge from Araujo from this free kick. Still 60 minutes, says Harry. Poor decision for him to bring him down. Yeah, I don't know why. Barcola missed a one-on-one in the first leg. I don't know why he decided to get sent off. Dembélé, and he goes close. That whistle past the inside post there. I thought he might just manage to find the top corner, but not quite. But how big a moment is that red card going to be? Will we be reflecting at the end of this stream and going, you know what? That red card changed the game. Barcelona lost the game in that one moment of madness from Ronald Araujo. Maybe so. Still, a long 60 minutes to play in this game. They haven't got Andreas Christensen available for them this evening. Because, well, I'm guessing not because he's sat up in the stands. I don't know whether he is suspended for tonight's game on account of a double yellow card. Or 2 yellow cards. But on the bench tonight, if they want to bring on a change, they're probably going to look at Marcos Alonso. At the moment, Frenkie de Jong will drop into the back line. They have got Inigo Martinez, which would probably be a better idea than Alonso. Ball in behind, and Mbappe would have been in there if it weren't for Jules Koundé. Again, he could also go at right back, and they could bring in Hector Fort or Inigo Martinez. They could move Cancelo over to left back. They've got a right back, so they've got options tonight. Kubasi stepping in there, making a good tackle. But Araujo was so key in that first leg. And well, a big moment in this game. A big moment over in Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Julian Brandt with the goal there. Fabian putting the ball in the box as well. To Stegen claiming it with relative ease. But the games are opening up now. In this game, despite Barcelona leading 4-2, they're down to 10 players. In the other game, 2-2 on aggregate. That's huge. That is huge. Julian Brandt with the goal. I'm not sure what Araujo was doing there with his hand, but yeah. Some sort of signal. Maybe just an idea of his frustration, but that was, yeah, really silly from Ronald Araujo. As soon as you put your hand on the back of the player's going to go down, and now Barcelona will make their change. So Inigo Martinez will come on. Number 27, which is Lamine Yamal. Harsh on Yamal, but they've got to manage the game now, and he's frustrated, and just, no amount of Xavi tapping on the back of the head is going to pick his head up. But I think you've got to understand there it's for the team. Barcelona will go to a 4-3-2 now. They're going to sit and see out, or it actually looks like a 4-4-1, I think, for Barcelona now. They are going to see out for the next, they've got 55 minutes to see out this game, plus additional time in both halves. I mean, that is a long time, a very long time, where PSG have a player extra on the field. If PSG don't win this game, that is inexcusable. That would be genuinely inexcusable. Hakimi. Now it's Ousmane Dembélé. And there's a foul in there, and it's silly. I have no idea what has happened off the ball there. But Lewandowski's hit the deck. It seemed Hakimi ran into him. What are players doing this evening? It's a Champions League quarter-final. Get your act together. Oh, well, Nasser Al-Khalifi watching on. Paycheck's paid off. Yeah, that's not. I have no idea what's happened there. Lewandowski, he needs to get in the gym. Hakimi's trying to run forward there. He stands up to him to try and hold him off, and Hakimi runs into him, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes. I mean, yeah, they're giving the Barcelona a foul there, but Lewa, he's just falling over all the time tonight. Every time there's been a little bit of a physical confrontation, a little bit of physicality in there, he's lost that battle. If there's a foul in there, I think PSG are just getting a bit tired of this so far, because every time they're a little bit aggressive with Barcelona, it seems to be getting pulled up as a foul. But yeah, equally they can't complain too much about the referee's performance. There is a red card for the opposition, but Fabian. And yeah, just a reminder there, Dortmund level against Atletico. If this game does go beyond the 90, if that game does go beyond the 90 and this game doesn't, I think we will switch over there. I'd have to make a graphic quickly, but I'm sure we can manage that. Morin Zaire-Emery, Dembélé, Hernandez goes out wide to Kylian Mbappe. Now Nuno Mendes into Vitinha. Now Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes skips past the fullback. Sorry, Ousmane Dembélé, ball into the box. Someone's got to connect to that. Barcola makes the run towards the near post. He misses the ball though. Makes the run a bit too soon. I think Shaka say trying to play it down the line, but I think that did take a nick off Ousmane Dembélé, and so that will be a Barcelona throw. But this is good from Dembélé, getting past the fullback, just about keeping the ball in play. And well, if someone had made any contact with it, they may well have found themselves level on the night and back in the tie on aggregate. Jules Koundé. And that's good defending from Nuno Mendes, but he does run the ball off the pitch. So that will be a Barcelona thrown on the near side. Enrique, furious at what's going on this evening. He's barking orders, and rightfully so. His players have an extra player on the pitch, and yet they've not really made anything happen yet. They've got to sort it out. Nuno Mendes. Now Fabian. Nuno Mendes. Ball across to Marquinhos. And Dortmund are in front on aggregate. Borussia Dortmund 2, Atletico Madrid 0. Wow. Edin Terzic has got his Dortmund side firing. Now Atletico Madrid are going to have to get back into this game. It's Ian Martson on loan from Chelsea, who's got the goal from left back. It says a lot. Chelsea's situation is so funny at the moment. They've loaned their left back out to a side who are currently progressing to the Champions League semi-finals as it stands. Meanwhile, we watched Mark Cucurella the other night. To be fair, he weren't bad against Everton. Nobody was, but still. Ball goes long. Lewandowski flicks it on. That's brought down by Hernandez. Ball across now to Nuno Mendes. He will carry it forwards. Now Vitinha. Zaire Emery. Marquinhos. Lovely switch of the play to pick out Bradley Barcola. Vitinha. Going left and right on the ball, trying to find an option. Barcola, ball across the box. Mbappe misses it. Fired home emphatically by Ousmane Dembélé. PSG level on the night. And they're only one goal behind now on aggregate. Huge goal for this evening's game. And a little bit of carnage here. Mbappe and Martinez both booked for a scuffle after that goal. But PSG are level on the night. And there's a goal in this. How big will Araujo's foul be now? Because they find themselves in a position where they are now only a goal away from PSG being level on the tie. Barcola was onside. Was Ousmane Dembélé miles onside? Finished really well by Dembélé, firing against his former side. Barcelona 1, PSG 1. I mean, that's a huge goal. That is a huge goal because 45 minutes Barcelona can set up defensively in a 10-man Barca, and PSG would still need to get 2 goals. PSG now have 50 minutes plus additional time to find a goal, and they take this game beyond the 90. That is very doable. VAR is still checking the goal for some reason. I can't see any way that it would be ruled offside. That check is now over. That will stand. Ousmane Dembélé scoring against his former side. He almost put it over, but he just about put it in the back of the net. Araujo now amongst his teammates on the substitutes bench. But wow, they must feel he's let the side down there. Ronald Araujo, because they find themselves in a real predicament now. Down to 10 players. PSG taking full advantage of that. Because now Barca can't press them in build-up. So they're just playing through that first phase of pressing. They have an overload in all areas of the field. Ousmane Dembélé tries to find Hakimi. Really good from Cancelo. But Barca are back to the wall defending at the moment. PSG all over them. And if it continues like this, they're going to find another goal. Hakimi trying to come down this right-hand side. Inigo Martinez clears it into him. And that has come off Hakimi and out for a throw. But Barca are up against it. Barca are really up against it now. The red card has shifted the dynamic in this game. PSG just seem to have so much more space to play with now. Bear in mind of that, Mbappe and Inigo Martinez both booked for their involvement in the scuffle that happened after the goal. A childish one. But yeah. I feel Kylian Mbappe is probably already on a yellow. I'm not sure. No, seems to be alright. Seems to have a fairly clean record. Got one in the group stage, but I don't think that will matter. Jules Koundé. And he knocks the ball out for a throw. Wow. Who saw this coming? I mean, Gary phrased it best when after the first goal, saying this game's over now. This is a reminder. Football can change in an instant. And that tonight, the game's changed because Ronald Araujo got sent off. Who's Ousmane Dembélé? Vitinha on the edge. And well, it's not a bad effort, but it's not a good effort either. It's somewhere in between. And I think a few players frustrated there that he's not opted to try and pick out a pass. No idea why that offside took so long. That's miles on. Harry says, game on now. Yeah, definitely is. Also, Harry, as you're in chat, could you make up a graphic just in case Dortmund Atleti is the one that goes beyond extra time? To make a scoreboard for that so I can switch to that if need be. Thank you. But yeah, I feel like the red card has cost Barca massively. Yeah, it looks that way. Because they're in control of tonight's game and suddenly they're not. Lewandowski. Okay, Gundogan. Now Rafinha. And well, that's silly from Nuno Mendes. Bringing him down. But yeah, I thought going into this game PSG would win. And now there's a very good chance they do. Barcelona had the advantage, looked the better side, but now are in a bit of trouble. Down to 10 players, looking the worst team, and while they're at a disadvantage on the pitch, they're playing worse. I feel this game's PSG's to grasp now. Koundé. But yeah, thank you, Harry. That's why we need a producer, so we have someone that, when we're both on stream, can be doing the admin tasks. Ball on. And unfortunately for Barcelona, not able to make anything of it. They have switched Vitinha and Pedro. Vitinha now on the right-hand side, Pedro on the left-hand side. A 4-4-1 for Barcelona now. Here is Barcola receiving from Mbappe. Wants to take players on. Bradley Barcola. Still Bradley Barcola. He fires across goal, but unable to find a teammate or the target. But he looks dangerous. Barcola is the player causing Barca issues tonight. He created that first goal for PSG. Here again, he's causing problems. He didn't catch that volley well. But he caught it too well that it wasn't close enough to Dembélé. If he caught it really badly, he may well have found Ousmane Dembélé. But yeah, too close to the goal, in actual fact. Ter Stegen. It's just going to smash this on Barca. We're going to hope to hold on for a minute. Though there will be a bit of added time because Ronaldo took about 5 minutes to get off the pitch. Good defending from Fabian. Vitinha now. But there was a foul in there from Fabian on Pedri, I think. And that will be a foul. Seems a little soft, but yeah. 3 minutes of additional time in this half. Only 3? Given the amount of time that, what's his name? Completely forgotten his name now. I've blanked on that. Ronaldo. Given the time he took to get off the field, I'm surprised only 3 minutes. Oh yeah, another yellow card by the way for Fabian. I mean, that's a silly one because he seemed to talk himself into a book in there. I don't think the ref was going to give him a yellow, and then he got a bit annoyed at him. So Pedro on the deck now. And so he will require a bit of treatment. He was just caught there, I think both in the face and in the leg by Fabian. So he's getting a bit of treatment. Barcelona getting players over to get a drink, just refreshment for the end of the half, and just, yeah, try and see out this match. Luis Enrique getting some instructions into Vitinha, trying to up the tempo a bit in this game. But yeah, this is that opening goal then from FC Barcelona. Lamine Yamal, lovely cushioned header, drives past Nuno Mendes, lovely ball inside, and it's Rafinha who knees it home, I think, in the end there. Yeah, I think it did come off Rafinha. But then, striking back, Paris Saint-Germain following the red card for Ronald Araujo. And now we have ourselves at the half. At half-time in the Dortmund Atletico Madrid game, 2-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Atleti with a lot of work to do now. As it stands, Borussia Dortmund will be through, which I think would be a big shock. I mean, if Bayern got through as well tomorrow, if it represents what's been a really good year for German clubs. Ball in behind, Lewandowski can't bring it down. And you look at Bayer Leverkusen, unbeaten in all competitions. On Thursday night, they'll likely beat West Ham and see themselves progress to a Europa League semi-final. And then if you've got FC Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund both through as well, that's a really strong year for German clubs. Here's Ousmane Dembélé. Zaire-Emery. Dembélé. Now Vitinha. Dembélé. It is Dembélé. Nuno Mendes. That is so close. Nuno Mendes playing the ball into Dembélé. His volley just inches away from nestling in the far corner. This seems like PSG are going to win this game. I can't see any way they don't. They've got a man advantage. They are all over Barcelona at the moment. I just don't see how Barca hold on to this. PSG have been a little wasteful this evening, but all they've got to do is find the back of the net again. And with the quantity of chances they're creating and having, I don't see how Barca hold on, I'll be honest. flicked on well for Barcelona. Rafinha trying to take on Nuno Mendes. Mendes with a firm challenge, just knocking it out of play. Yeah, Barcelona haven't got much going since their opener. And they've barely touched the ball since Araujo's red. Lewandowski. And PSG regained the ball only for it to drop back into possession of Barcelona. Koundé. One back by Barcola. Falls though to Lewandowski. Gundogan. And now it's one back by PSG. And they'll look to play it quickly. Hakimi. Just running that ball forwards. Koundé with a strong clearance. But it's going to drop for Ousmane Dembélé. Cancelo in the header. And send it towards PSG's goal. But Marquinhos will sweep it up. Back now to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Just lifting it towards Dembélé, headed away by Cancelo. Again, though, it drops to Marquinhos, who's sweeping up. Zaire Emery. Marquinhos. Hakimi can't keep it in touch. So that will be a Barcelona throw. I think this half will likely end 1-1 on the night. Barca, therefore, 4-3 on aggregate. But if PSG keep creating these chances in the volume that they are at the moment, I just don't see a way they don't win this game. I really don't. Marquinhos going long with it. Dembélé looking to make something happen before the end of the half. Pau Kubasi under pressure from Mbappe. Poor pass out. Here's Barcola and PSG can come forwards. Bradley Barcola out wide to Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe gives it to Fabian. Fabian ball in. It's blocked by Kubasi. And that is the end of the half. An odd time to call it, given they would have had a corner there, PSG, but the referee saying that is time. So at the break, FC Barcelona 1, Paris Saint-Germain 1. A toughly contested first half. Neither side coming out with the advantage, but PSG up on 11 players, Barcelona down to 10, and I'm not sure which coach that is for Barcelona, but they have been carded there by the referee. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really get that. Why have a pop? Clearly the ref is standing no shit tonight. Why have a pop? But yeah, I mean, there's so much to talk about in that first half. We've got the goal for each side. We've got a red card for Ronald Araujo. As always, get your thoughts in chat on what's been a very eventful first 45 minutes. And yeah, I mean, I can't believe what's happened there. Huge moments in the Champions League. I'm going to take a moment of quiet. The first time in 45 minutes, we can allow the dust to settle a little bit on what's been a full throttle first 45 minutes. It's been end-to-end action, relentless really, and well, I mean, the other game of the night looks interesting as well, but Borussia Dortmund 2-0 up, 80% of the ball, sorry, 60% of the ball, not 80, that'd be ridiculous, 0.8 xg, I mean, yeah, really, really good stuff from Dortmund so far. Atleti just not able to keep up, really. I'm not sure what's happened there, but Dortmund doing very well. As for the game we're focused on this evening, I mean, I don't think this was a scoreline many people would have predicted. We're in a position now where, Barcelona came into this tie with a goal advantage. They got that early goal. They looked to be in a really comfortable position at 4-2. But a bit of mindless defending from Ronald Araujo. It's really, really stupid. I'm not sure what went through his mind. I'm guessing he panicked. Barcola was in on goal and he thought, I'm just going to have to bring him down. But yeah, I don't get it. I think that was really silly from Araujo. There's no need for that. That early in the game with so long left. Even if Barcola had scored, then you'd be in the same position they are now, but they'd be up a player. I really don't get that from Araujo. I really don't get it. But that's what he chose to do. It was a silly one. Nick says, not over yet at the Camp Nou. No, we are. Well, we've got to the end of the first half now. Yeah, still 45 minutes to go. And, a very action-packed first half. Hopefully it's the same in the second half. Though for the sake of my voice, I hope they space it out a little bit. Because that game, end-to-end stuff, continuously. It bounced from one end to the other. And at the end of the half, a barrage of efforts from PSG only resulted in one goal. But they could easily have more. And, with 45 minutes to play, I find it really difficult to see how PSG don't win this game unless they miss all the chances. I mean, I can't see how they don't win it. It seems like such an easy win for me. Not easy, but you know what I mean. It says, was it a fair red card? Yeah. To explain it for anyone who didn't watch it, PSG got the ball in behind, Bradley Barcola running in on goal, and Araujo chasing after him, hand on the shoulder, pushes him down. It was silly. It was silly from Ronald Araujo. I think even Barcelona fans could admit that. And it's cost them. It's cost them massively because they didn't need to do it. Barcola for on goal, yeah, it's a dangerous situation, but it's by no means nailed on he would have scored that. Ter Stegen's a very good goalkeeper. Barcola's a player who isn't very experienced, could easily have made an error in that sort of situation. So for me, it was unnecessary from Araujo, really unnecessary. And it's put them in a tough position now because as I say, I don't see how PSG don't go on to win this game. I mean, welcome to the stream, Paul and Nelly, and I'm going to upset you because you're saying Barca one love. Fair enough, Barcelona fans more than welcome to the stream, of course. But I don't see how PSG don't win this game now. Again, feel free to leave your thoughts in the chat if you're a PSG fan, if you're a Barcelona fan, if you're just a keen neutral, give your thoughts on that first half in the live chat because I've got no co-host to bounce off tonight, so I need you guys to bounce off. But yeah, it's a first half where Barcelona started so strong and should have been in a position. We should be looking now at half time going, game over. Barcelona into the Champions League semi-finals. Instead, we're saying, Barcelona have thrown this away and they are now, PSG need one goal in the second half to take us beyond the 90. If they get two, they're through. That is the circumstances now. And I don't know, it feels impossible that Barca hold on. It feels impossible. They are way too open at the moment. I know they're trying to sit in a 4-4-1. It just means that PSG have so much space to move it around at the back. They're able to control the game so well, move it out into wide areas, and Barca, because they're trying to stay narrow and compact, as soon as one player goes out to track a man, the space opens up for other players to get involved, and they're spreading Barcelona so well at the moment. But there's nothing they can do. They're down a player. They've got one less player on the field. It's impossible for them to do anything. So, yeah, I mean, I only see one way this game goes, and that's a really comfortable victory for PSG. But I guess we'll see. I think the longer obviously Barcelona hold on, the better for them because that reduces the chance that they get two. I mean, it'd be the most PSG thing ever to score and then get a red card of their own for no real reason and open the game back up again. But yeah, I just think this is quite a cut. This should be a win for PSG. There's no excuses now. I think Barcelona fans will be rightfully furious at Ronald Araujo. He's a brilliant player. He's done so well for them, but that was senseless, mindless from the Uruguayan. A key player, someone they really need to step up tonight, but he's done the opposite, really. Big error. But yeah, let's talk about that opening goal then, because I think it's important to discuss everything that happened in that first half. It was wonderful from Lamine Yamal. Brilliant work. Picks out Vitinha in the box. He made a great, well-timed run. But let's not discredit. I mean, let's focus on Yamal in the build-up because he has the ball out in a wide area. He runs at Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes is a quick player, and Yamal out paces him. And then, yeah, really good finish there from Rafinha off his calf. But yeah, I think a great time run. He finished it well. And Rafinha was a key player in the first leg, key player so far in the second leg as well. And yeah, the difference maker, really. Nick now saying PSG are 54% to qualify, Barcelona are 46% according to the market. I think that's quite accurate. If Barcelona, I'd argue it's even greater odds that PSG, because PSG have got to get one goal to take this beyond the 90, and then they'd have 30 minutes where they're up a player and able to bring on fresh legs. But yeah, this is the Araujo red card. Messy. So messy from Ronald Araujo. There was just no need that early in the game to do something like that. No need. But yeah. Not only was the arm on the shoulder, it also clipped his leg. That's a clear penalty. Clear penalty for me. I mean, Araujo stayed on the pitch for about 3 minutes to protest his innocence, but that's like trying to defend OJ Simpson. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Or shouldn't have. But yeah. Anyway, this is the PSG goal. Barcola into a good area. And, well, Dembélé did his best not to put it in the back of the net, but he did get it in the back of the net with an emphatic finish. And, yeah, struck well. Barcelona undone by their former player. And they've just been too open. There's nothing they can do. They haven't got enough players in the field, really, obviously, to keep up with PSG. So they find themselves in a position where they just can't keep up. I think that says Dortmund 76%, Atletico 24% in the other tie. I'm not sure, though, those ones are quite as accurate. I get, obviously Dortmund lead and they are at home, but I think there's a bit of Simeone magic still to come there. I don't know. I love Diego Simeone, though. That's all I know. So, got to back him to the hill. But yeah, I had to say I'm very surprised by that first half. I didn't think that Dortmund would even be in with a chance tonight. I thought Atleti were the stronger side, but Dortmund have come out in the first half and proved me wrong there. And of course, Atleti could still get through. They get a goal, they go to extra time. They get two, they win it before 90 minutes. But yeah, still on a knife edge, I agree. Yeah, I think both games could go either way. For me, the Atleti Dortmund tie is more about what Simeone changes at half-time and what he can change to change that game. In this tie, it's whether or not Barca can hold on and for how long. If Barca concede within the first 5 minutes of the second half, then I think PSG will win it inside 90 minutes. And we won't go beyond the 90. I think that... Also, I don't think it's impossible Barca hold on until the end of the game, but I think it's very, very unlikely. Very unlikely they don't concede. As for PSG, well, they've just got to do their job. They can't get complacent. They've got to focus and get some goals. It says, which game are you covering tomorrow? We will probably do Man City, Real Madrid. Unless there's a lot of demand for Arsenal, Bayern, I think it's going to be a better game. I think that, looking at that first leg, it was such a tight contest. I know neither side's really created many chances, but the fact that they're the best two teams in the world right now, for me, is, all I need to be convinced to watch it. And the fact that game's still on a knife edge. I know both games tomorrow night are, but the fact it is, yeah, I definitely want to watch that one. But yeah, if we've got like 300 people that want to watch Bayern Arsenal, then we'll 100% watch that. But yeah, I think we'll probably cover City Real tomorrow. Should be a really good game. So yeah, we're live tomorrow night for that. Then on Saturday, FA Cup time, Chelsea versus Manchester City. Well, we'll see. Can Chelsea pull off a huge upset? Who knows? Probably not. But never say never in football. They're in a good run of form, Chelsea. Beat Everton 6-0. Can they take a little bit of pride from that? It says I watched Arsenal last week. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I've watched both games. But, yeah, it was good. Good games, really good games. And hopefully it's similar stuff today. Or tomorrow, sorry. Annoying that they put the games on at the same time. Yeah, it is annoying. Because we could have started the Champions League round 16 a week earlier and just played them on differing weeks and then gone into next week. I think, though, you'd have to push the Champions League semis a little too close to the final. So that's probably why they don't do it. But I think you could start the Champions League round 16 earlier, couldn't you? Just get it all, done a bit earlier. But yeah, I don't know. Semi-finals, obviously, we can watch them all, so that's good. But yeah, I do think they're... I mean, we'll see what they do next year. But it looks like next year we'll still have group games in January, which is a stupidity. Or we'll have group games every week in the first half of the season. So both options are absolutely awful. So look forward to next season's Champions League. But yeah, the change that everybody asked for should be interesting. I'm glad there's more teams in it, but I don't know. I just think it's going to be a bit odd. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that's next year. Still a while away. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, back to St Mary's. Well, enjoy that game, Nick Nack. I hope you managed to win. And yeah, feel free to update us at full time. With 3-0, you should really see that out now. But yeah. Don't Dortmund bar Atleti also underway. A triple change for Atletico Madrid. Azpilicueta, Nahuel Molina and Alvaro Morata hooked for Pablo Barrios, Angel Correa and Rodrigo Riquelme. That is definitely a shape change. Definitely a shape change because you've taken off your fullbacks and replaced them with wingers. So that's fun. And Pablo Barrios. So I'm not exactly sure who's playing where. My best guess is Barrios full. Have they got Llorente on the pitch? Yes, my best guess is Llorente at right back. One of Hermoso, Jimenez or Witzel at left back. And it's a bit more like a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Marcus Llorente at right back. Correa out wide. Riquelme on the other side. DePaul Koke pivot. Correa in there as well. I think I mentioned him. And yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. No, Barros in there as well. 4-3-3, I think. So shape change for Atleti. Can that pay dividends? That's what we'll wait and see. Well, they've had 71% possession in the first 3 minutes of the second half, so maybe. Let's see the goals now. Haven't seen them yet. That's wonderfully taken from Ian Martson. Linked up well with Nicholas Fulkrug, I think it was, that dropped in. And he rifled home a finish. He's been brilliant since joining Vervové. And although they'll be hoping to see that game out and reach the Champions League semi-finals. Again, what a year for German football we are currently seeing. I don't know if they've got any representation in the Conference League, but they're excelling at all other European competitions. They have not. I don't know who was in there for Germany, but they're not there now. They're actually getting knocked out in the groups. That is awful if so. Oh, Frankfurt, second. Who did they lose to then? St. Gilwa. Dear. Had to go for the playoffs, not St. Gilwa. Anyway, we are about to get underway in the second half. Well, not about to. The players coming out of the tunnel now. For another 45 minutes of scintillating action at the Camp Nou. 78% of chat going for FC Barcelona, 15% going PSG, 7% think this will be going beyond the 90. Make sure to have your say in the poll and chat. Make sure to get involved in the live chat as well if you haven't already. If you're just watching along quietly, that's more than fine. But if you want to get involved in the live chat, give your thoughts on the game, then please do so. Again, I've got no co-host tonight to bounce off of. So yeah, do get involved in the live chat. Keep it active throughout the second half. It will be Barcelona to get us started for the second half. Robert Lewandowski will wait for the referee's command and now knocks it back. 45 minutes to play. Can FC Barcelona hold on? Can Paris Saint-Germain find another goal? Maybe even two to see themselves through? Well, we'll wait and see. Barca sending along immediately. PSG winning at the header. And Atleti have got a goal back. So as it stands, that game will go into extra time. Atletico Madrid have pulled one back. See some level on aggregate. Who's got that goal? It's Mario Hermoso, assisted by Antoine Griezmann. It's a header. So my best guess is either he's playing left back or that's a corner. It's actually being attributed now as an own goal to Mats Hummels. So yeah, big start to the second half then for Atletico Madrid. What we see as an exciting second half here. Well, we might now as Barca lose possession cheaply. PSG coming forward. Kylian Mbappe gives it to Bradley Barcola. Barcola has Nuno Mendes, has Mbappe in support. Mbappe holds on to it well. Barcola back towards Mbappe. Gets around Koundé, flicks it into him and has won himself a corner. No, it's a goal kick. Thought maybe he'd done enough there to win a corner, but not in the eyes of the referee. Who is there, to be fair, so I'll trust his judgment over mine. I'm not sure he's right, but who knows? Barca have just got to be so compact in this game and just hope not to concede. And then come forward when they can, because if they can get a goal, I mean, that changes everything again. But it's very difficult for them to do so, given PSG's player advantage. Here is Achraf Hakimi. Now Vitinha. Vitinha back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos across to Lucas Hernandez. Hernandez goes wide. Here is Bradley Barcola. Can he take on Rafinha? Here is Emery on the edge. Vitinha. Vitinha goes wide. Dembélé. Dembélé holds on to it for a moment. Tries to fashion a cross. Hasn't exactly come off. He'll fight with Pedri for the ball. And he wins himself a throw. But as I said, as the end of the first half of its backs against the wall for Barcelona, they will be sat deep, soaking up the pressure, getting firm challenges away, just trying to get to the ball first and just getting rid of it. Here is Achraf Hakimi. Now Zaire Emery. Hernandez. Vitinha. Vitinha knocks it wide. Here is Barcola. Barcola back into Vitinha. Vitinha thought he might look to lift it over the top. He's going to drive it forwards though instead. Now Bradley Barcola. Here's Kylian Mbappe. He just lifts it to Marquinhos. Now Hakimi. Achraf Hakimi! And that is a wonderful save from Ter Stegen. He misjudged it a little bit to begin with, but he got a strong hand to it and tipped it over the bar. Well struck by Hakimi. Good save. Strong left arm of Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who misjudged that. It bounced up and that seemed to send him off balance. Here is PSG now. Short corner. Dembélé to Vitinha on the edge. He'll look just to lift it towards the back post. Going to fall to Barcola. Barcola keeps it alive. It's messy and it falls to Ter Stegen. Good chance of PSG. Wasted again. But they know they'll have more in this game. Hummels' own goal, asked Nick Knack. Yes, it seems to be that way. That tie level now. At least that's what FootMob says. Mats Hummels' own goal. Big moment in that tie. That's level now 3-3 on aggregate. This game, 4-3 on aggregate, could easily be level with the amount of chances PSG are having. I think we will go beyond the 90 in one of the games tonight. That's my prediction now. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Now it's with Nuno Mendes. Bradley Barcola wants to take on Jules Koundé. Tries to go outside to Koundé, but Koundé has his number for now. Ball in the air, and that's well won. I think it will be flagged up for a head injury there as and a foul and a yellow card for Robert Lewandowski. I mean, he's complaining about it, but he leaned in there on Lucas Hernandez. I'm not surprised. I know he elbowed him in the face. Yeah, not surprised at all. And yeah, free kicks to PSG. Now it says crazy how both Champions League quarters are still in the balance. Could go right down to the wire in both. Could go right down the wire in all four. Obviously both games tomorrow or currently draws. If there aren't to be any goals, we'll go to extra time again tomorrow. But yeah, will we go to extra time tonight? I think we will in at least one of the games. Maybe even both. Dembélé. Vitinha. Here is Achraf Hakimi. Hakimi tries to whip it in. Blocked by Cancelo. Ilkay Gundogan heads away. It's going to fall now to Lucas Hernandez. Nuno Mendes. He will go back to his goalkeeper now, Donnarumma. And PSG will put their studs on the ball and relax for a moment. Barca shapes all over the place. They've got no idea really what to do now. 4-4-1 just sat in hoping that PSG won't score. But they're going to have more chances. That seems to be guaranteed. There's so much space on this field. Vitinha. PSG double up on that right hand side. Finds Ousmane Dembélé in a pocket of space. Dembélé, Mbappe. Mbappe goes one more. Fabian makes a run beyond. And it's just past the far post. PSG are playing some really good stuff now. But they just can't find that goal yet. Lovely football though. It was really good from Mbappe. Waited for that run of Fabian. Found Fabian. Fabian just couldn't quite squeeze it in at the far post. Dembele's annoyed that ball didn't come across to him. But I can't really understand that. Fabian was always going to shoot in that area. And it was close to going in. Ter Stegen will send this long. Mbappe's still sorting something out with us, but he's doing it before. I don't know if he's doing his laces or what. They got up, got involved in the play. Now he's back down sorting something out. Change your boots, mate. Get ones that don't... You don't have to do the lace up every 5 seconds. Cancelo. Looking for an option from the throw. Pedri tries to go to Cancelo, but that will be a PSG throw. Marquinhos. Now Lucas Hernandez. Zaire Emery. Nuno Mendes. Now Lucas Hernandez gives it across to Marquinhos. He's going to carry that forward. Now gives it to Ousmane Dembélé. Dembélé blocked away. And that will be a PSG throw. Hakimi. Vitinha. Turns, gives it back to Marquinhos. Now PSG will look to work it down the left-hand side. Lucas Hernandez. Nuno Mendes. Goes wide into Bradley Barcola. That's options in the centre. Vitinha. Gives it to Dembélé. Now Fabian. Nuno Mendes. Mbappe. Here is Dembélé, that's blocked wide, and that will be a PSG corner. Harry says, incredibly tight. This is why we love the UCL. Indeed we do. This is why. A tight affair. Both sides pushing for it. PSG, the favourites to get a goal and to put themselves back level in the tie. Barcelona hoping to hold on with a 10-man team. Here is Vitinha on the edge. Strikes it, and there it is. I criticised him for shooting earlier when he went wide, but now he brings them level up on the night. 2-1 level on aggregate. Huge moment for the tie. PSG 2, Barcelona 1. That's very early for Barcelona to concede in this game. Huge moment. Huge moment for PSG. Vitinha strikes well from range. And they are ahead on the night. Level on aggregate. 4-4. Vitinha on the edge. Strikes it well. Drilling it into the bottom corner. FC Barcelona 1. PSG 2. Level on aggregate. I mean, this game has had everything so far this evening. Goals, cards, drama, chaos, and now a wonderful effort from Vitinha. Pedri trying to make something happen for Barcelona. They know. I mean, it looks like they're taking it to the corner. Lewandowski. Fabian. They're fighting for it up here. Falls now to Gundogan. Great chance of Barcelona. Huge miss. Huge miss. Gundogan dragging it just wide of the near post. That would have been a huge moment there. If that just crept in, it hit the post. Just hitting off the outside of the post. Wow. They could have immediately pegged them back there. That would have been a perfect moment for Barcelona just to get it back straight after the goal. Doesn't materialise though. So as Nick Nack says, both ties level pegging with 35 minutes to play. Indeed. It looks very likely we will go into extra time now in at least one of the ties. Xavi has had enough of his coat. He's getting hot and flustered. The coat's gone. And I'm not sure what they're going to do now, but they want to change. He was furious about the Gundogan miss. And he kicked a Champions League thing. I think he might have been booked for it. I think the fourth official just communicated what happened. Oh, Hernandez has been sent off. Xavi is gone. Tempted to put another red card up, but no. So that's what was happening there. Didn't know that he'd been sent off. But Hakimi switches the play, and it's claimed well by ter Stegen. So his assistant's on a yellow card. He's gone. Xavi now. Au revoir to him. Yeah, Barcelona lost their heads. Barcelona absolutely lost their heads tonight. Araujo he should never be doing that and getting himself sent off. The assistant having a go at the referee at the half, getting booked. Xavi now booting Champions League advertising because his team have missed a big chance. No idea. Hakimi. Zaire Emery can't poke it on. Here's Barcelona regaining it high up the field. Pedri. Joao Cancelo. Ball into the box. Robert Lewandowski heads it towards goal, but it's an easy claim for Donnarumma. Not a whole lot of power behind that effort from Lewandowski. Now Ousmane Dembélé. Tries to play it through to Mbappe. Cut out by Jules Koundé. Drops now in midfield for Zaire Emery. Fabian. The space open up for a shot. He chooses to go to Mbappe instead. Mbappe back towards Fabian, and there's a good chance there from Martinez just nudging Fabian, and that means that ball can just bounce through to his goalkeeper. Enrique trying to get his team to calm down. They know there's still a lot of time in this game. And Mbappe should have got picked out a much more smarter pass there. They can't rush it, PSG. They just need a goal. They've got 33 minutes. They just need a goal. As I say, no need to panic, no need to rush it. Fabian coming forwards with Barcola. Cuts inside, look to shoot. We'll go to Zaire Emery now. Ball out wide. Dembélé, his touch is poor. Cancelo with a bit of a dodgy tackle. There's a claim, and there it is. A penalty for PSG. Yeah, I mean, that Cancelo tackle, it looked like he mistimed it. And now there is a penalty. Dembélé gets fouled by Cancelo. And, well, there'll be protests here from Barcelona. Oh, yeah, he caught him. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. Absolute chaos, says Harry. Nicholas says, get in the shed. Gary says, well, that red card really threw a spanner in the works. Brought PSG back into the tie. It did. And now a penalty. A chance for PSG to go in front tonight. I didn't think I'd be saying that when Barcelona scored in the 12th minute of the game or whatever it was. And a penalty now for PSG. Mbappe's been anonymous across this tie. I assume he will step up here and assume the responsibility of the taker. And from 12 yards, he has the chance to put PSG in front. So it seems almost quite a bit of drama, says Gary. It seems you have. As the hour mark ticks nearer, Mbappe steps up to stake it in, making himself large, jumping around on his goal line. The referee making it clear to him that if he comes off the line or whatever else he's saying, that it will be a retake. I'm not sure what Stegen's frustrated about here. He's complaining to the ref. I think he's just trying to delay things, which is smart. It means that Mbappe is now has the ball on the spot for longer. And now he's moving around to Stegen. This could put Mbappe off. Has his antics worked? Mbappe from 12 yards to put them ahead. Stegen is moving around his goal, waving his arms around. Will he do enough to put Mbappe off? I mean, this is completely unpredictable, his movement at the moment. Mbappe steps up. And it's in. PSG 3, Barcelona 1. They lead now on aggregate. 5-4 PSG. Barcelona have absolutely thrown it away. What should have been an easy win after they went 1-0 up. A silly, silly red card from Ronald Araujo. And now they find themselves 3-1 down on the night. 5-4 down on aggregate. What a night. What a night and what a silly result for FC Barcelona. But PSG will not care. They will rejoice because what a game it's been for them. What a turnaround. I said they needed a remontada when they went 1-0 down. Well, it turned out all they needed was a red card for Ronald Araujo. Good penalty. As to Stegen did his best to put Mbappe off. But he put it away regardless. Absolute Barca implosion, Gary says. No one to blame themselves. Nick that says Barcelona aren't putting this back now. Unless it's another red card. But, and in the other game, we thought it might go beyond the 90. As it stands, it will not. Let's go draw level 2-2. That's now 4-3 Atleti. These Champions League ties are delivering, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night's ties. I mean, I can't wait. We've got 5-4 and 4-3 tonight. We got even bigger scorelines tomorrow. This is pure quality Champions League drama, and you've got to love it. If you don't love games like these, do you love football? I don't think so. Foul for Barcelona. This is a yellow card for Marquinhos. Was he already on a card? Will he be suspended for the next game? I'm not sure. I don't think so, no. He's not. But yeah, just fouling Lewandowski there. Catching him in the face. Gary says, let's go back ahead to on aggregate. Yes, as they're 24% to qualify at half-time. And as I said at the time, it's Simeone. You don't distract Diego Simeone. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. I have to say, I'm not surprised. Great game management from Atleti. Ball chipped in behind. I thought Ferran Torres was offside. He missed a chance anyway. In fact, it looked like he was on. According to the linesman, he was on. It will be a corner now. I think he was on, yeah. Timed it wonderfully. He just couldn't do anything with it. Great routine from Barcelona. Could have put themselves level. Threw that one away. And Pau Kubasi is squaring up to Donnarumma here. No idea what he's playing at. And the ref will come in to split it up. And Donnarumma gives him a little hug. 17-year-old. I mean, trying to scrap Donnarumma there. I'm not sure what I think is going to happen. Gundogan. To take the corner. Ball in. And headed up in the air. Cleared away by Barcelona. Rafinha. Gundogan. Rafinha. Chips it towards Torres. Gundogan. Lovely play. Okay, Gundogan goes down the box. And it's waved away. Waved away by the referee. It looked like Gundogan was begging for it when he got in that situation. Let's have a look. It's not for me. He's kicked the ball away. He's lost control and he runs across Vitinha there, who does his best to avoid him. That's not a penalty for me. That's not a penalty for me. He's lost control of the ball and he's run across Vitinha there. And now I think that's going to be another card for the bench. Because he's marching over there. And off goes the next manager. There's not going to be anyone left. Boss lost both of their managers. No, it's not the coach, sorry. Christ, just shut up, honestly. What are they doing? Gundogan's got a yellow for diving, I think. Or maybe it's complaint. Another Barcelona been sent off. That's 3 reds for Barcelona today. 1 playing staff and 2 coaching staff. No wonder Rafa made such a rash decision. The coaching staff are nutters by the seams of it. Just calm down. Barcelona, calm down. Marquinhos. Donnarumma. Plays it long. We're trying to find Dembélé. Hasn't exactly worked out. Cancelo wins 2 headers. Plays towards Lewandowski, who was offside. But PSG come away with the ball. And they'll come forwards now. Fabian. Gets away from Rafinha. Gives it out wide. Bradley Barcola now. PSG not inclined to push up, and Barcola was offside anyway. So Barcelona 3 kick now. 25 minutes to go. Yeah, says who needs away goals hurt? Well, seemingly we don't, because we have been trekked to some brilliant Champions League knockout ties. Brilliant ties in all knockout stages across Europe, to be fair. All up in the air. Lewandowski flicks it on. Here's Lucas Hernandez. If we weren't doing both Champions League games, we'd probably do the Liverpool match, because that one's going to be exciting. Can they turn it around against Atalanta? But given we've got a double up on Saturday across the channels, and we're live on the other channel on Sunday, need a rest on Thursday. Vitinha. Now back to Marquinhos. Harry says all of this down to that red card. A huge turning point and completely threw this tie for Barcelona. Yeah, exactly. It's really silly for Araujo. Really, really silly. He's got to take responsibility, because PSG have been all over him since then because they've got an extra player. There's so much space. I mean, at the moment Fabian's just running around in acres because they've got an extra man in midfield. The centre halves aren't being pressed because they've only got 1 striker. That's just like they can't compete. They're just chasing shadows, Barcelona. They'll play it out wide because Barcelona are all sat compact and narrow because they have to be. They can't keep up. But yeah. And Dortmund have got a goal. What is going on tonight? What is going on tonight? I mean, Nick, that's probably true. Rashford can turn against. Other matches, an absolute goal fest. You are correct there, Gary. Nicholas Füllkrug puts Dortmund level 4-4 on aggregate. That game will go beyond the 90. And as I've said earlier, if that game goes beyond the 90 and this one doesn't, we will flick over. We will continue coverage over in Dortmund. But yeah, I don't think this one will go beyond the 90 now, Barca PSG. PSG just seem to be too comfortable, which could be their downfall. Or they might score another. Dembélé tries to put the ball in, blocked by Inigo Martinez. That will be either a throw in a really good area or a corner. I didn't quite see what it went out for. Some sort of set piece for Paris Saint-Germain. It was a throw. Hakimi. Dembélé will go back now to Marquinhos. Marquinhos across to Hernandez. Now Nuno Mendes. Tomorrow night's going to be fun, I reckon. Hope you're right, Nick Nack. Yeah. I hope so as well. Hope tomorrow's fun. Of course, we will have Harry with us tomorrow evening. Unless he gets hit by a bus or something, but provided nothing terrible happens, he will be here. And we will be here covering Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Ball in blocked by Joao Cancelo. So it's now a PSG corner. And yeah, Barca just can't get out of their own half at the moment. And it looks like PSG will win this game. It's a sad way for Barca to lose it, really. You know, they should have seen this tie out, but yeah, I mean, an inexcusable error from Ronald Araujo. And they've just not been able to compete since then. But yeah, Vitinha. Now Nuno Mendes out wide to Bradley Barcola. Ball in, and it's met well by Ter Stegen, who claims it, and now they'll go forwards, Barcelona. Gundogan, and he's lost it. PSG have the ball high at the field. Hakimi. PSG don't really have much, drive to push forward. So there's another goal elsewhere. PSG flash the ball across the box, doesn't go in. 4-2 Dortmund. 4-2. Marcel Sabitzer. What is going on tonight? What is going on? I can't believe the action we are seeing in the Champions League this evening. Dortmund now lead 5-4 on aggregate. In this game, PSG lead 5-4 on aggregate. Does this mean that both games tomorrow will be 5-4 on aggregate? I don't know. Who knows? Crazy. The Champions League knockouts have been ridiculous. Some of the best quarterfinals we've seen ever. Phenomenal stuff. Yellow Wall must be going mental. Yes. That's where I want to be. But yeah, PSG 16 attempts to Barcelona's 4. They just haven't been in this game since the red card. Out of play now for a PSG throw. I have no idea what's happening. I think they're just changing the thrower and just killing every second that they can. No Mendes. Now it's with Lucas Hernandez. Donnarumma. Hernandez. Back to Donnarumma. Marquinhos. Hakimi. Trying to drive it forwards. He's brought down there. And that will be a foul. I think Ferran Torres might pick up a yellow card for this as well. Yeah, just pulling his shirt, bringing Hakimi down there. Torres, I think Barca are just completely out of this now. It's a shame. This game, looked so promising for Barcelona. Just hasn't materialised as such. That red card from Ronald Araujo changed this match. Guy says, can't believe Hummels is still playing for Dortmund too. Guy has been around forever. Yeah. What annoys me as well is that I love Dortmund, but I feel like Letty would give them a better semi-final game. I feel like Letty have more of a chance of beating PSG, whereas I feel PSG will beat Dortmund and be in a Champions League final. And I'll be honest, a PSG Man City final, it might sound good on FIFA or something like that, but I think City will steamroll them. And also, I don't like either club. So, real tough one there. Let's hope City get knocked out by Real, so we could all cheer for Real or something like that. Nuno Mendes. Could get a repeat of the 2020 final. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Barcelona might still get back in this game. You never know. I think you do. Yeah. Here come Barcelona. Looking to come the other way. Torres, brought down by Marquinhos. Surely Atleti have to make changes as well to try and get back in that game. What a match. What a ridiculous game of football that's been. Here is Robert Lewandowski. Takes aim. Well saved. It's a brilliant recovery from Marquinhos. Barca could have scored there. Huge from Marquinhos. PSG are too complacent at the moment. Ball out wide. Koundé. Can they keep this in the box? Jules Koundé. Ball in. Claimed by Gianluigi Donnarumma, and he will hit the deck. Dortmund Arsenal final, says Gary. That does sound vibes, to be fair. And then Dortmund would be Champions League winners for the second time. Harry says, thought it would have been Barca vs Atleti in the semi. Complete opposite now. I thought it would be Atleti PSG, so I'm half there. But, yeah, Atleti, it's just disappointing me. Now, it says 28 goals in 4 quarter-final ties, and there's still 2 legs left to play. Yeah. Crazy. Tomorrow night, City vs Real Madrid. Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. Now here is Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Pau Kubasi. Not really said his name in a while. Barca haven't been doing much defending, it's just they're porous. Inigo Martinez. Now Joao Cancelo. That is stupidly impressive, says Harry. Yeah, that is very good. What's that, over 6 games? It's an average of 4.5 a game, isn't it? That is very good. Give us more of that, please, Champions League. It's like with the World Cup, isn't it? You know, we said we're going to change model, and suddenly we get the best Champions League campaign in years. And with the World Cup last year, we said, we're going to change to a 48-team model for 2026, and so 2022 gave us the best World Cup in years. I think the modern game just seems to what's the word? Open itself up, or just, you know, be very fluid in games like these, you know, very attacking fixtures, where I think, you know, if you think back to the last sort of decade, the 2000s, 2010s, you have very defensive teams. I remember, like, my idea of the Champions League is a very hard-fought game where teams like Atletico Madrid and all the Italian sides are battling away, and then there's these really aggressive, really attacking, possession-based teams like Man City and that trying to break them down. There's not that at the moment in the Champions League, and PSG have summoned troops to try and see this game out. Asensio and Kang In Lee. Their first subs of the game for PSG. Barca have made a few, obviously, trying to reinvigorate their team, but it's not really worked. PSG now will try and change their attack to try and get a second. And we'll win this tie. Barcola will guarantee win it. They just want to see it out now. Nuno Mendes stuck in this corner, being hassled by Rafinha. And so that will be a PSG corner, I believe. Yeah, they have won a corner there. I mean, they're not putting anyone in the box, but they will make changes now. It'll be number 29, which I believe is Bradley Barcola. Enrique's now shouting some, just ran over to Asensio just to shout some instructions. I think it's Fabian and Barcola, yes. So Bradley Barcola, great performance tonight from him. I think he's a real standout for PSG this evening. While Mbappe has somewhat gone missing, he has stood out. So Kang In Lee will come in and he really replaces Fabian in midfield. And then Asensio will go out wide. But yeah, good stuff for PSG tonight. And they'll be looking to see that out now. But as it stands, both games will be done upon 90 minutes. But of course, anything can change. So we'll be ready to go if we do end up needing extra time for either match. I don't think we will in this game now. I just can't see Barcelona getting a goal. But I could see Atleti scoring. Ball into the box, and that is awful. No idea who's whipped that ball in, but that was not great. Anyway. Barca on the ball. Frankie de Jong. Now out wide was Jules Koundé. Like he might go over the top, but he's going to play it back to Ilkay Gundogan. Ferran Torres links up well with Rafinha. Ferran Torres back to Rafinha. Rafinha gets past. He's in. Rafinha drags it past the far post. Wow. Huge moment for Barcelona. Rafinha linked up well with Torres. I think he was looking more to play it back to Robert Lewandowski than he was to try and score. Lewandowski just didn't make the burst at the far post. Didn't really expect it to come across goal. Another huge moment for Barcelona. Goes begging. It just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Hakimi. Almost losing the ball. Asensio just darts inside. Running at the referee now. Here's Lee Kang-in. Dembélé wants to take on Jules Koundé. Dembélé! And that leaves a lot to be desired, but it will be a corner. It did come off Koundé there. So a chance now for PSG is just a lump a ball in the box and see if they can add another goal. And well, they're sending on Manuel Ugarte for a little bit more defensive stability perhaps in the middle of the park. And they're just going to bring in these subs, try and sort of disrupt the play a little bit. It's a smart game management at the moment from Luis Enrique. I think that was something we didn't really talk about enough, how Enrique, as a very experienced manager, can have such a profound impact on the game that perhaps Xavi just can't. Kang-in Lee. Now it's with Ousmane Dembélé. Kang-in Lee again. Nuno Mendes. Kylian Mbappe. Ball into the box, claimed well by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Ter Stegen will kick it long. Trying to find Ferran Torres, but he misses the ball. And Vitinha heads it back to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma took his time out claiming that, picking that one up. Just waiting for the press. And now we'll kick it out. And Zaire-Emery wins the header. Dembélé flicks it on. Zaire-Emery's going to try and get there. Kubasi just smashing it out of play. That will be a PSG throw. Yeah, 10 minutes to play. This is very much PSG seeing this game out now. Barca trying to in balance, get forward, but also sit tight. Not concede another one, because if they concede another one, the game is dead. But they are going to keep trying to go forward. So Ugarte on for and Zaire-Emery. There's still so much time in this game. We've got 10 minutes of regulation time, plus whatever is allotted for additional time. There will be a bit of time, because PSG are rolling on the subs now. Barcelona making a change of their own. Fermin Lopez is about to come on for Barcelona. Here's Frankie de Jong, who will likely be hooked. João Cancelo. Lifting it towards Rafinha, headed away by Nuno Mendes. Dembélé, Vitinha. Now they'll come forwards. Hakimi, Vitinha, Hakimi, Ugarte. Lovely football. Now they're coming forwards. Mbappe. Again, Mbappe's been quiet tonight. Really quiet tonight. I guess his head's just not in it. Heart's just not in it. Just not really been involved. I think Dembélé and Barcola were so much more influential. And yeah, he'll look like he's done really well on paper because he's scored a penalty, but I don't think he's contributed much to overall play this evening. Marquinhos. Donnarumma kicks it towards Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes looking for Mbappe. Now Pau Kubasi. Rafinha. And kicked out of play by Nuno Mendes. But yeah, Dortmund look like they're going defensive now, I think, with Salih Ozcan coming on for Jadon Sancho. Atleti's still pushing for a goal in that game. Meanwhile, in the game here, Barca are going for it. João Felix on for João Cancelo. And Fermin Lopez is on for who? For whom? I don't know. Frankie de Jong. There we go. So Barca are pushing for it. they're down a player, but they are throwing on attacking players. Fermin Lopez is a bit more of an attacking midfielder than Frankie de Jong is. And obviously Joao Felix is not a left back. So they are going for the game now. Throw in forwards, headed away. It's like Rafinha might be playing left back, by the way. No idea why. Sure, they're throwing Joao Felix, they'd just go for the game. You know, throw everyone up front, sort of thing. But no, they're just Rafinha's left back now. Here's Nuno Mendes. Hakimi. Sorry, Dembélé, Hakimi. Hakimi gets brought down there by Rafinha. Nothing given. Barca will look to bring it forwards. Now or never, says Harry. It is indeed. Ball goes long. Ferran Torres giving chase. Nuno Mendes deals with it really well. Now they're going to look to play out. Picked up by Gundogan. Mendes gets in front of his pass. And that will be a Barca throw. The Camp Nou willing them on. New Camp. Exciting times. Koundé. Fermin Lopez. Nice turn in there, and Felix goes down. It has been given as a free kick. Good area for this. Really good area for this free kick. Joao Felix drawing the foul in there. Can Barcelona make something magical happen? Rafinha over this. Love the lyrics carrying the chat. Bon Jovi, it's my life. But Barcelona. It really is now or never. Ball goes into the box. Lewandowski heads past the post. Out for a corner. No offside. I think it's offside. I have no idea. Something will happen shortly. Lewa was, yes, offside. Imagine he scored and it was ruled out. God, that would have been riots at the new camp. But yeah. Again, Donnarumma have made the wrong decision to come for. I think Marquinhos just got the touch on there, so it would have been a corner, but Lewa offside. Is chat now just Bon Jovi lyrics? I'm not opposed to it. Gianluigi Donnarumma goes long with it. Header from Jules Koundé. Ugarte. Ball in behind. Kylian Mbappe, but it's over here, and that will run through to Stegen. He will roll it out, and now they're coming forward. Martinez. Ball goes long. They've got three players playing up front right now. Ferran Torres brings it down. Lewandowski holds off the PSG player. Here is Ilkay Gundogan. Now Martinez. Ball in behind, and Fermin is not going to be able to touch that. And that'll be out for a goal kick. Harry says, I thought it wasn't at the new camp tonight. Oh, it might not be. Find out. It doesn't look very new camp. He does it, to be fair. Probably should have clubbed onto that sooner. Donnarumma taking his time to retrieve this ball. No, it's at the Stade Olympique Louis Companys. Sure. I'm guessing the new camp is being used. Yeah. Empty. I don't know what they're doing with the new camp. I guess they're refurbishing it. Because they've got the money to do that. Koundé. Ubasi. Gareth says it's some Olympic-style oval stadium. Begins with an M, or not. Yeah. Does not begin with an M, unfortunately. But yeah. I'm guessing this is their development pitch. Probably the one that the Barcelona Femení team play at. but I'm not sure. I think I might have seen Barca Femini here in the groups. They're coming forwards. Barca won the ball hard at the pitch. Lewandowski blocked. Why is he not passed? Why is he not passed? Robert Lewandowski has got to pass that. Blocked by Marquinhos, and Ferran was rightfully furious that he's not passed that ball. And now the ref having to get is that Dembélé coming off? I think it's Dembélé coming off for Rando Koulibaly, but he's not doing it particularly quickly. He's enjoying the applause from the away crowd tonight, and he's enjoying. I mean, yeah, they're loving him. He's been excellent this evening, and against his former side as well. It's brilliant. And Rando Koulibaly will come on to see out the game. A bit of pacing behind if they can. Just knock the ball in behind for him. But he will get back in to defend this corner immediately. Ball in from Rafinha on the goalkeeper. And Donnarumma has to pull off a magnificent save to tip it over the bar. This game is close. What's going on in Dortmund, by the way? Will Atleti score there? Marco Reus on for Julian Brandt as they just try and see that game out. But Atleti have had the measure of the second half. They got those 2 open goals. Huge save from ter Stegen. I was focusing too much on the other game. Mbappe scored. Will it stand? Yes, it will. Barca are out. Barcelona 1, Paris Saint-Germain 4. They were at 6s and 7s, sat on the floor, Barcelona. And they've fired one home. Kylian Mbappe with the brace. PSG rejoice as they lead 4-1 on the night. 6-4 on aggregate. Capitulation for Les Parisiens. No, the other way round. Brilliant stuff. Elation for the Parisians. Capitulation for Catalonians. What a game. What a match. Right. I might stick on the last minute of whatever the hell is going on in Dortmund. I've managed to turn everything off. Hang on. Because I want to see if there's a goal there. That's done. Barca out. PSG through. Who will play them? Will it be Borussia Dortmund? Or will it be Atletico Madrid? I'm going to switch over there. I don't have the time. The scoreboard ready. We'll get that ready if they go beyond the 90. But I'm not sorting that now. Dortmund Atletico. I think I've managed to break my Wi-Fi. Because the game is just not happening. Great stuff. Basket bad away and at home. Basket bad everywhere they go. I think I managed to break the TV. But Barcelona are out. PSG are through. I think the Wi-Fi seems to be struggling. Well, our dreams of seeing about Atletico Madrid get a winner seem to be over. I'm watching the game in slow motion. It's really exciting. But also jarring. Basket bad everywhere, away and at home. Basket bad everywhere they go. Shocked, to be honest. What a game. I mean, yeah. You couldn't ask for a better tie. You couldn't. But yeah. I'm hoping this game ends quickly because it's there we go. It has ended. Barcelona are out. Atletico Madrid are out. It will be PSG versus Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League semi-final. What a night of football. I'm not even sure if it's full time yet in Barcelona PSG. I don't know how much added time there is. My Sky Go stopped working. But we don't need it anymore. Because there's no way Barcelona somehow turn that around in 7 additional minutes. How have they got that from? Anyway, what a night. Thanks everyone that's joined. I will put up the added time even if my thing has to work. Because if Barcelona suddenly get 2 goals, then we'll find a way to get Sky Go going again. But what a night for PSG. They'll be through to face Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League semi-finals. And you have to say that's a very favourable tie. A very favourable tie for PSG. Dortmund fought well tonight. Fought really well. But do Edin Terzic's side really have the minerals to take the fight to PSG? I'm just not sure they do. But I guess we'll find out. Anyway, now there's still like 4 minutes or something left. So if anyone in the chat wants to talk about anything, feel free to stick it in there. Because my guy's really struggling now. No, well, there we go. It's magically back. Barca PSG. I don't think it's gone again. But we'll see. It doesn't matter anyway. The result is done. I mean, Barca are carrying the ball out here. Vitinha smashes it long. A touch there from Lewandowski gets it down. Gundogan. I mean, they're going to keep coming here. That's a poor pass. The belief's gone for Barca, really, isn't it? Without that Mbappe goal, we might be in for 7 minutes where you never know what's going to happen. But they pushed too hard for it, really. But when they had to push for it, and they were, they didn't score, and they conceded. But yeah, what a night! Big save from ter Stegen there. Ultimately, it matters for very little. Mbappe looking for his hat trick. Poor Barca's knick-knack. Yeah. I mean, without that Ronaldo Araujo red card, they likely would have played a Champions League semi-final, but it was rash. It was reckless from Ronaldo Araujo. Really, really poor. But yeah, I think Dortmund PSG is an exciting semi-final. I do think it'll probably be PSG in the final, but I guess we'll see. My issue with Dortmund PSG is that if Man City get there, I don't care either way. Because if Dortmund are there, I think that's an easy win for Man City. In which case, I don't think it's a great Champions League final. And if PSG are there, I want both teams to lose. So, sort of, that's my only issue with the semi-final. But if City get knocked out tomorrow night, suddenly I'm all for it again. Because what if Real play PSG in the final? Now that is a tasty prospect. With Kylian Mbappe up against his future side, and he scores to piss him off. Before he goes. Could be brilliant. Maybe then he stays at PSG. You never know. Nina says, let's hope this win doesn't give PSG too much false confidence. Let's hope. Imagine a Der Klassiker again in the final. If Bayern beat Arsenal against the odds, they managed to beat either Real or City massively against the odds, and then play a Bayern Munich, a Borussia Dortmund side who've managed to beat PSG against the odds. What a game! I mean, both the sides are terrible, so it might be an awful final, but fun storylines. But anyway, no, Bayern aren't terrible. Neither are Dortmund, to be fair. They both clearly set up well for Europe. They just haven't done well in the league this season. First time that neither of them have won it since 2008-09, where it was VfL Wolfsburg who won the Bundesliga. 2 minutes of added time to go, but obviously this is on demand. Not on demand, I'm not like watching it an hour after. That would explain why the viewers are going to be a little bit low tonight, but alas, I'm not. Well, not too bad, to be fair. Thanks everyone that has tuned in. Obviously not as many as last week, but a good number nonetheless. And yeah, I appreciate all of you that have got involved this evening. We are back tomorrow night, Real Madrid vs Man City. I'll try and remember to set the stream page up in the morning. I might even do it tonight if I don't fall asleep on my way back inside, stumbling in from the studio. But yeah, you got it. Ball in behind. Can Mbappe get a hat-trick and finish this game? No, he cannot. Anyway. I have no idea what we're waiting for. I think Rafinha's going to get a yellow card for time wasting. What a waste of time. From the ref, not Rafinha. No idea why he's been booked. Why is he now shouting at a liner? He's going to get himself sent off. He's now clapping him. He's now shouting at him again. Why has he not been a second yellow? No idea what's happened at the moment. And Fermi's just rugbyed outside of the floor. Barcelona just pissed off. That is full time now. We are watching the game. So there we go. Barcelona lose 4-1 on the night and knocked out 6-4 on aggregate. What a shocking evening. What a shocking evening for Barcelona. The Ronald Araujo red card changed a lot about that game. It looked like they would get through in the early stages, but doesn't happen in the end. And that is full time. I feel like I should give a man the match. But I'm undecided who I should go for. I will say Bradley Barcola. I could have gone into Van Dembélé. I'll go Bradley Barcola. I think both of them were phenomenal. I think Mbappe was crap. He got a brace, sure, but he didn't really do a lot. He scored a penalty and then smashed one in when Barcelona's players were all crying on the floor. Yeah, I think that, Barca, without that red card, I think they would have won this evening. So I think that's a huge shame for them. But PSG, they do progress through to the semi-finals. I'm going to call it there. We are back tomorrow night. Champions League continues with Real Madrid versus Manchester City. So please do join us. We'll be live from 7:45. Harry will be here, so a bit more conversation, not just me rambling like a madman. So do join us. Should be good. And then this Saturday, Manchester City versus Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. Very exciting stuff. A little trip to Wembley for Chelsea. City's 18th trip to Wembley of the season. But that is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. As I say, we're back tomorrow, but thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.